I've always been trying to sell stuff.
Always wanted to work for ourselves and have our own freedom. And
I mean, my hair's going grey, but probably not strictly because of VXT.
Yes, I'm turning 30 this year, which is a big milestone. So I've been in business for about 11 years now.
I was really interested in entrepreneurship and had no idea how to start a company. One of the things you learn pretty quickly is that if you want to start a business, you should not try to consider what are like some cool ideas that are really exciting. Instead, you're better off looking for a problem to solve. I didn't really know what that meant.
So I was delivering groceries in Nelson Street, and there was this lady, and she'd ordered about 7 bags of groceries. And I come into the lobby with her, and she's like, oh, can you come upstairs and come up the elevator, go to level 13, whatever it is, and help me, because I can't carry them all. And then I thought, what happens if I wasn't there? What happens if you had a driver at another company that wasn't willing to go up?
I was looking for problems and I received a few voicemail messages and I tried to check my messages. It took me like 20 minutes. It was a real pain. And so I thought to myself, like, oh, okay, this might be one of those like problems. Our team built the first mobile application to help people manage their voicemail in New Zealand. Turns out it wasn't a great idea.
There are handles out there, so I ordered them all. I used the Temu one. I couldn't even carry 5 kilos snapped. The American one, there was an American one, but no rubber grip. So I did about 4 prototypes.
Yeah, we were running out of money. We weren't growing as fast as we would have liked. And so I kind of had the conclusion that we were in that position because we didn't talk to enough customers at the start. We didn't understand the problem we were solving well enough and who we were solving it for. One of the things that we were doing was talking to businesses where we had paying users of the voicemail app. One of those law firms said, my phone system is a real pain, and if you can solve that problem for me, I'll pay you anything. So we set out and decided to do customer validation in a mature way, and we interviewed like 50 plus lawyers, and we ended up interviewing like around 100 people in total to learn all about them, the problems they face in their business, what they care about, and we stumbled into the problems that we solve today.
I did the softest rubber that we could possibly do to kind of create that comfort. The elderly people that I've been speaking to don't even like the feeling of one tweed handle on one bag. We've got these little divots you can't see under the packaging that kind of separate each bag so that all the handles don't cluster together. And then it's just simply, and then you just lift it.
So I've got a few different businesses that I've built across time. So I've got 5 businesses. We are in US for one of them already, which is pet food company that I own called Korore Pets. However, it's a big milestone for me in a sense that for our latest technology company, extracting food oils, supplement oils, I'm planning to actually move to US myself and set up a team there for us to expand further to meet clients and do business in the US. We have been in business for more than 11 years, and obviously I'm turning 30, so there's been a lot of ups and downs. It's very cliche, however, you learn a lot being in business for longer. I suppose that people that have been in business for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, they would have had even more ups and downs. So I can't imagine what it would be like next 10 years, what kind of ups and downs that I'll have.
Being a young founder is painted as this amazing thing, but it's not as easy as it looks.
Before we went into business, or before I went into business at Later, I thought that there would be a lot more freedom than what there really is.
People I used to go to school with, they're like, this is amazing, this is so easy. It's like, no, this is the hardest thing I've done in my life.
I knew that we would have to work a lot of hours and work really hard, but I guess I didn't really understand before going to business that you at times would be sacrificing your entire personal life for the business and to make sure that we are successful.
Like the first 2 weeks of the Carry Buddy launching, I lost like 7 kilos, to be honest. I wasn't eating, I was just focusing, working, getting it into store, emailing people, getting it out there, because it's all about that brand awareness. But people kind of don't see that side of it, which I'm totally open about. Like, I don't want to paint a fake picture of how amazing it is.
I'm just trying to think what I was like in high school and uni.
It kind of just happened. Not really through uni at all. I don't really know how to it just happened, and it happened in a really good way.
I don't think there would be anything that really translates that well from the theory of the degrees into practical.
You really have to learn it on the job, make your own mistakes and have your own learnings that way. You just need to be a quick learner and really try and, not make the same mistakes over and over again. And that's how you kind of successfully learn in business, I think.
So like when I was starting the business, I kind of created this, it's like a panel of people that will give me brutal advice. And I said, just be honest. And I say, do you like this? And then they go, yeah, but you need to do this.
There are lots of pros and cons.
I think being under 30 is really good in a sense. I guess you're still considered young.
Being young is a really big challenge. I admit there's not a lot of faith, I guess, in young people going into business.
I'm young and fit and healthy compared to most business people that have been in business for 10 plus years. So they tend to tell me that, I love your energy. I remember when I was younger, like I had that fire inside me. It's good to have that energy resonate with me. So yeah.
Young entrepreneurs will discover that very early on when they try and do things like take on a lease in a building.
You can make mistakes and get away with it in a good way. Of course, you shouldn't make mistakes, but you can get away with it because you're still young and learning.
Getting your foot in the door, right? Like that's a real big roadblock.
I would email everyone under the sun, executive CEOs of these companies, and they wouldn't reply. You'd just be kind of stuck at a dead road.
I think that, certainly when you're young and you're a student, people tend to be they give you more grace. Like people tend to be, excited that you're trying to do something that's hard and like they're willing to give you their time.
In fairness, Foodstuff's CEO replied to me within 2 hours, which was amazing. He is the only CEO, Chris, who has taken me super seriously.
Use that as an advantage because when you're young and when you're at university and high school, I remember I used to just call up random businesses and business owners and be like, hey, I'm from University of Canterbury, or I'm from St Andrews. Like, can I just have some time to meet you and have some advice? And people are more willing to do that when you're young and when you're at school.
It's just contacts. And I lacked contacts hugely in the corporate world. Like I'd love to go to Woolworths and give them to every delivery driver. At the moment, I'd love to do that tomorrow, but I just can't because I don't know who to talk to.
Oftentimes, the best advice comes from people who have been in your shoes recently. So founders who are a year ahead, a few years ahead. If I spoke to Rod Drury a year into VXT, he's probably going to give me tons of advice that's coloured by running a, $5, $10, $20 billion company and has no relevance to VXT because, of course, those are the problems that he's been dealing with in his recent past. And, he's probably forgotten most of the things that happened in the company in the early days.
It kind of is like you have it or you don't want to do it. And that's cool too.
Just be optimistic and don't be afraid of failure.
Yeah.
I started my first proper business when I was 19 and I haven't really came close at all to what I wanted to achieve. So I guess starting early, running a business takes time. So if the earlier that you start, the faster you'll achieve your goals.
Be bold and, don't be afraid to make mistakes because you will.
You're going to make mistakes. So don't be afraid of making a mistake and just giving it a go.
You could lose everything along the way and that's fine. You just got to build it back up.
I think you can build an entrepreneurial mindset. But to be fair, I've always been selling. I used to do lemonade stands, everything. But yeah, I definitely think you can grow the mindset.